Prayer is always a good thing.
Ashton. Yep. Oh, no, I got this here.
For the second time here.
Hmm?
For the second time doing it.
Yeah.
It's that squeaky wheel that we just keep on oiling.
Is that TV muted? We gotta close that door. Everyone has to get out. Mm-hmm. Um, we gotta take the logo off. The countdown's not on. Can you see the countdown? Oh, hang on.
Ready? Going live.
5 minute countdown. You're not welcome to the second episode of Spring Valley NAACP's first ever podcast, Just the Thought Podcast. Why you laughing at me
I'm
for?
just trying to figure out if you remember my name.
Him and his names. I did not forget your name. I was trying to allow you to announce yourself. So let's start. My name is Q. I am your host, and this is.
Oh, my name's Ashton.
Oh, that is it, and that is our co-host, right? And of course, we have this amazing man in the middle of us because you guys, I've been telling you guys over and over and over again that we are powered by the Piermont Community Center, Piermont PAL. So, Mr. Talad,
Thank you.
round of applause.
Thank you very much. And it is a pleasure to have you guys here in the organization.
The pleasure is ours to be able to have this facility, to be able
Absolutely.
to host this show. As you guys see, we can't do anything with PAL back right there. So let's get right into it real quick about tell everybody who you are because they don't know that you are the executive director of the Piermont Community Center. So tell them a little bit about yourself, about the center and PAL.
Okay. Well, yes, I'm the executive director. But but if anything, I would just say I'm part of the team.
Okay.
I'm a part of the big picture. Everybody else that's involved, meaning the great team I have here. Whether it be the coaches, the instructors, I'm just a small part of that. And of course, we have a great village that basically is very supportive of the program. Our police department, and in fact, the county of Rockland in general have been very supportive and let me do and engaging with all with different things and different people and organizations, and of course you guys
Yes.
for coming on board.
Thank you.
I see a
This
lot
is
of
a
great things
blessing.
happening. So yeah, the PAL, like the NAACP, has been around for over 100 years.
Okay.
So we have a great history and a great history of service and wanting to do different things. The PAL in general started out as an organization known as, I believe, it's Play Streets. And that's what it was called before it later on became the Police Athletic League. And, it was I would say it's a liaison to the community from the police department to establish a relationship with the youth.
Yeah.
And that's what it's been doing for over 100 years.
I see. Tell us
So-
about that because I know we have the community center.
And so right now what we're doing is we are evolving our program.
Okay.
Pretty much mimicking some of the things that they're doing in New York City, in which we're going to be bringing more things like STEM programs. We're doing things such as the podcast.
Yeah.
We have a radio station, a boxing program,
Yes.
a martial arts alliance, where we're bringing in different forms of the martial arts, everything from Tai Chi, Aikido, Kali, Wing Chun, Tan Sudong, you name it. We're going to be doing a number of things in here with that. And, we're very excited about bringing in things. I think one of the things that we're doing is that's a little different as opposed to just saying, these are the activities that we're going to push for the kids. We're talking to the community. So we're asking questions, because every community is different. And it's very important to engage with that community and to find out what really works. And so, we've been trying a little bit of everything. I think one of the big things that really has come on really big here, and not just here, is pickleball for the adults.
Oh my God, this is like a conversation, a continuous conversation.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pickleball
everyone
is
keeps
everywhere.
talking about this. It's a
So-
new rave or trend.
So, that is really great in the sense that, a lot of the adults and the parents, they're now engaged here in the community center doing more. I think after COVID, that was, you can say, was the big thing. After being quarantined
Let's get outside.
and everything, everybody wanted to re-engage with the community. Everybody wanted to become social again, just to get out and talk more with each other. And, we've lost a lot, but we've gained a lot too. Afterwards, we've gained new friends.
Yeah.
new opportunities, and new relationships. So one thing that I'm a big advocate for is, yeah, there's a lot of problems, there's a lot of different learning curves, but let's just take time to look at the good that we can do. So we focus on what are the better things that we can do in life, and we start focusing on solutions. I think that's the most important thing that we can do. Because if we just keep on saying, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, physically, we're gonna be drained, emotionally, we're gonna be drained. Everything, we're gonna start triggering things in our brain, and we're gonna get sick.
Yep.
So we need to start looking inward, taking care of ourselves, and being nicer, nice with each other. And, it may sound corny, loving each other.
Yeah, that's not corny. Loving
It may
each
sound,
other.
you gotta have
it. Of course.
you gotta have love.
Gotta
You
have
know,
love.
Actually, one of our motivational speakers, Scott, he has one of the shows that he does here, which is called Pull Your Pants Up. He was like,
Gotta love Scott.
you know,
Shout out to
yeah,
Scott.
and he's a partner of mine. We go back in East New York and in days in Brooklyn. But you know what? He's a tough guy, but he's the first one to say, you know what, man, I love you. You know.
Nice. Yeah. I see Scott, by the way, we gotta give a shout out to Scott. He rolled it up in here today with like old school. What was it? Jay-Z, just bumping old school Jay-Z. And he made sure I had heard the song. He opened up the door and put the music up a little louder so I knew he was here. So shout out to Scott. But no, you're doing amazing. So for those that are interested in coming to the community center, what do they have to do to reach out, or how do they get here?
Right now, they can go to the village's website, which is the Village of Piermont, and we have an event calendar. And that gives some specifics of some of the programs that we have here in the center.
Okay.
I think it's really important to understand what it is that we're trying to do. And I hate to say try, we're not trying, what we're doing.
Ooh.
Y'all are active.
That word, don't use the
We're
word
not
trying.
gonna-
'Cause
we're not gonna do that.
We're not trying, we're doing.
Is, you know what? The PAL has always been there for the kids. But if you want to really, truly engage with a relationship with kids, you've got to include the parents.
Yep.
So these programs, they cannot close the doors to the older brothers and cousins that's coming home from college because they're too old. No, get them involved. You want these kids that are coming home from college to reinvest themselves in these communities. We got to be welcoming to the youth. Especially, they were once kids here. We don't just close the door because they become adults. No, we need to get them engaged into community service. That's why one of the other things we have here is we have a great relationships with people such as local businesses, the first responders. The first responders, they built a workout room, a gym. As I was a firefighter once also, I can tell you you can become complacent. So having the equipment and having things ready, keeping yourself in shape. Very important. It's also there for the officers and some local people that come up there. But it's all about being healthy and everything else. But before I lose my track, I'm getting up there in age, so a lot of times I may just start wandering off with it. But what I was saying is the adults, meaning the parents, the grandparents.
Yes.
You need them to be involved. Because, the kids, one of the things that we saw after COVID, and I used to get on some of the calls, and they had like conferences throughout the United States from the National Police Athletic League. And they were really good. I mean, they did something where they had the kids, they had a celebrity, they had the mayor, they had the police chief. And the kids always gave great stories about how well there was a mentorship there with the police department and the kids.
Yeah.
But then they said, but when I got home, we were evicted, my brother got arrested, after, I'm hearing gunshots. So, there were really real problems after they left the PAL. And is that something that the police officers, outside of just doing their job, is that something that they can do on a bigger scale? No, it's a political, it's a social, it's a bigger issue. But you've got to get the parents involved.
Yeah.
You've got to make it a welcoming place so you can engage with them and start to find out how we can make new opportunities. And also referrals. Information is power.
Yep.
And a lot of these organizations, they have information, and it's about sharing that information so people can have a better quality in their life.
Yes.
Yeah.
So to wrap you up, for those who are interested in coming to the Piermont Community Center, or even interested, is the Piermont PL taking membership as well?
We do have it online. You can sign in. We're also working on a new website.
Okay.
But
So
but one thing about the PAL,
yes,
you can. It doesn't matter where you're from. All right.
and you
There are no borders. There are no restrictions as far as kids are concerned.
so
The
anyone.
PAL has been always open. This, it's like this, and I think I've mentioned it a couple times. You could be a kid from Spring Valley, a kid from Pearl River, a kid from Niagara. It doesn't matter. You're a kid. And we're here to mentor and to work with kids. So the police athletic leagues, we don't put up borders for our kids.
No borders.
what's
No.
up.
So that means get down here to the PAL Community Center, 204 Hudson Terrace in
Hudson
Piermont.
Terrace.
And if not, what email can they reach out to you, Talad?
In fact, if you go to the website for the different
Oh,
programs,
everything's on the website.
it's on the
You
website.
have been saying that on the website. Keep asking him everything he's saying. Go to the website. So go to the website. But now we're gonna steer into a new direction. I'm
kick it
excited
off.
about this.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So you want to talk about her a little bit, and then I'll read her intro. You tell us a little bit.
All right. Well, our artist of the week is Royalty. It was definitely a blessing. We had her at the George Floyd rally actually a few years back,
I
and she's
had her
back
in
again.
Next gen, so we have her working. Now she's back again.
All right, so you guys got a treat definitely for sure. Royalty's gonna be here, and she's gonna do a performance.
Yes, so let me tell you a little bit about this performance. The song is called BLK. It was written July 20th, exact date, July 20th, 2018. All right. It was inspired by her Aunt Rhonda, who was an activist for the black community. She challenged her to create a piece about what was happening to their brothers and sisters. Well, to her brothers and sisters at and yeah, so sorry, I was reading incorrectly. I glitched a little bit. Yeah, so what was happening to our brothers and sisters at the moment. Unfortunately, as we all know, things did not get any better, and the names just started to add up. And each year, she just kept adding more names to the piece, which makes it a timeless one. So each year, she just adds more names to it, which is really ironic. So since 2018. We've been adding names. Wait till you hear the piece to hear what kind of names she's adding to it. And she hopes that this piece not only inspires, but empowers the world. And we're ready and really excited. I'll wait for my AV team to show us who Artist of the Week is, which is Royalty. And when we're ready, and when she's ready for you guys, without further ado, this is Royalty with BLK.
Royalty in the flesh. I'm so proud to be black. I think they mad that we back. I'm coming fully loaded with the. Sorry. I could do a cappella. Okay. It's okay. Yep. 1 second, 1 second. It's okay. We're gonna play it back and get it started again for y'all. Okay. Okay. him. Just we could always.
Right. No, we're doing it.
I'm so proud to be black. I think they mad that we back. I'm coming fully loaded with the bars, yeah, I'm strapped. What? You see, some cops, they strapped differently. Hold up, black man. Why you pick on me? Why you acting like my skin ain't what it's supposed to be? Why you acting like a human being ain't what you supposed to see? Pull me over, hand on your holster. You intimidated. You already hate me. Philando Walker, Tamara Holden. If they ain't have no weapons, then how they folded? Michael Brown, Andre Garner. I guess they dark skin must look like armor. If not, why shoot? Why show this view? Just give them a ticket and go about your route. Cause what's more terrifying than someone you don't know and think someone they think. It's so real, they letting these cops kill and they giving these killers pay probation for what skills? Being racist, being unfair, these people have families who love them, do they not care? 57,366 deaths in 1 year, yet we walk around and act like police brutality against black males is so rare. Yes. You see, we need to unite. We need to not fight. We need to do what's right and not hate at a spite. Cause you tell me a difference besides maybe expenses that will make them look at us different. These things are happening too frequently. It's feeling more like a sequence, and I know it goes deeper. So when the grass was less greener and the gas was much cheaper, I'm talking way before we was. Yeah, we still can't communicate. We still don't accumulate, and they still don't indicate to the problems they generated. Dang, why can't we all be free? Quote unquote, black man. Why you pick on me? Why you acting like my skin ain't what it's supposed to be? You acting like another human being that you're supposed to see. Royalty. Flash. Cheers.
Guys, and of course, we have different members on the couch this time. Yeah, so this episode's a little different. We didn't even really talk about what this episode is going to be about. We were so quick to get excited about Talad and royalty that we didn't get to tell you guys that this episode is about building trust in the community, and we have our local law enforcement to help us carry on with this conversation. We have, first, introduce yourself. We'll start on this side of the couch.
Good evening. I'm Officer Andre Riobi. I'm
And
with the Spring Valley Police Department.
I am Officer Julianne Franklin, and I'm with the Ramapo Police Department.
I'm Phil Duvall. I'm with the Clarkstown Police Department.
Yes. So we got the police departments in here. It's a different type of conversation. So the reason why we decided to invite the police department is because we feel that there is a disconnect, am I incorrect, Ashton, with community members and law enforcement. And we love y'all. We sincerely love you guys because you guys protect
We love you
us.
too.
Thank you. But we want to be able to build the trust not only with us, but with all other community members. And one of the things is building trust in your community, according to Google. It is establishing a strong and positive relationship with others through honesty, reliability, and mutual respect. Of course, right? So, start the conversation. First question. I'll let you start it, Ashton.
All right. So, as we know, a lot of trust is a big thing in our communities and things like that. So, what is it that you would say that trust means to you, and how would you say you build that with people on a daily basis?
So, whoever wants to jump at it first, Jules.
So I think trust is a process. So it takes a long time to gain trust, but you can lose trust in a split second. So I think that it's very important to build trust with our community, because our community, everywhere we serve, I think I could speak for everyone here on the couch. The community needs to depend upon us when we're called upon. They need to not second guess anything that we do, and they need to have confidence in our, like you said, honesty before. And from that point forward, hopefully we'll be able to depend upon one another like we do for each other. We train every day, and we see each other all the time, so we interact. So being open communication, building trust, and then relationships improve from there.
Nice. And Phil, what would you say building trust in your community?
Jump right into it. I'll say building rapport with people, because you see a lot of familiar faces every day. You know what I'm saying? So being able to build that rapport or have people feel like they can count on you for something is very important. And that would ultimately lead to trust. You know what I mean? Because like, people call us, right? Doesn't necessarily mean they're having the best time. You know what I mean? They might be in trouble, they might be in need, they might have to feel like they could count on you, right? So, for instance, I stop into like Dunkin' or get iced tea or something like that. I see the same face all the time, and you never know, I might be responding to their house one day. Like, oh, there's Officer Duvall. I remember he said, hi, how are you doing? I have little conversations here and there, and they'll remember me just from that little, interaction right there, and that means a lot,
That's actually a really good one. Well, Dunkin' seems to be your guys' favorite place.
I said iced tea, not coffee.
I was like, okay, Riobi, for you now, what measures have your department taken, like Officer Duvall have said, in terms of building rapport to build that trust in the community?
My department has actually taken lots of measures. One being, we have the Community Enhancement Unit, which I'm a part of, and we have 10 other members that are a part of. And that unit's just based on building a strong foundation of trust, more importantly, bridging the gap that we all know exists. If you guys, have been around the last year or so, you've seen more of a presence from that unit in different,
Absolutely.
different things that are happening in the community. Try to be present. We've done multiple activities with the NAACP. We sat in meetings. We've done, I don't want to get too deep into it, but we've done just about everything. I mean, even the gun buyback, which was a success, that was a conversation that happened with Calvin and a few other members of the NAACP that I was able to take back to my department, and we got with the sheriff's department, and it was able to execute it. And it was first time it was done in Spring Valley, and it was, like I said, to my standards, it was a huge success, because I said if we can get one gun off the street, it would be great. We ended up getting like 70 guns off the street that folks came in and bought into the village at St. Joseph's Church. And these things that happened, these were all conversations that took place with the Community Enhancement Unit, the NAACP, Spring Valley Police Department, the Sheriff's Department, and we all came together and executed it. So.
Well, it's amazing to hear that you guys have 70 people came in and bought in guns. This leads to my next question, and I'll ask Officer Jules this as well. What other things do you believe that this was Ashton's favorite question, what do you believe that us as community members should do to help bridge the gap? Because like Officer Riobi said, you guys have a plethora of measures that you guys are taking with programs and events and so on and partnering, but what do you believe that us as community members or those watching should do to help you guys and help us as residents bridge the gap?
Right, and actually, I like this question too, by the way.
You
I
guys
put a
are
lot
always
of
approaching us, but we're always telling you guys what to do, but nobody moves.
Right. So I put a lot of thought to this question, and I think that, well, first off, public safety is a responsibility of everyone and not just the law enforcement. So I think it's important that the community does work with the police and communicates with the police. So I know our department is very open to communicating with the public, so, and likewise, Clarkstown and Spring Valley. I just ask that people be open-minded, not jump to, conclusions or assumptions and form an opinion too soon. Come to us, speak to us. We are humans out of this uniform, and we might see you in Dunkin' Donuts getting an iced tea, or we might see you when we're off duty, and we're approachable, and we like to hear ideas. We get feedback all the time, whether it's in person. We host many events. I mean, we are fortunate in Ramapo to have Clover Stadium, and we're there on foot and walking around, and people approach us all the time, or we do coffee with a cop events, and people are given that opportunity to come and speak up, and they tell us about the good and the bad. So I just ask that people approach us and tell us what's going on. The community knows more about something that's going on in the neighborhood than we do often. So the only way we find out about it is if someone tells us. So whether you want to reach out on social media or you want to approach an officer that you know, just speak up and be open-minded and help us in the change. If it's a neighborhood watch group that you organize or anything of that sort, just be involved and work with us, and we can hopefully resolve problems together.
I like that. Don't jump to conclusions. Work with us. Officer Phil, what other do you have to add to it?
Tough to kind of follow up, but just to echo what you were saying though, absolutely. I think this is a great platform, and Ashton, I thank you for reaching out to the department to have us involved, and I think we need more of that. So if there's a lot of community events, whether it be in Spring Valley or Clarkstown or even Piermont or Ramapo, feel free to reach out to all these other different departments, and we could, actually be able to communicate more and get to know each other, and I feel like that's how you could bridge the gap right there. Being involved. Yes, we have stuff like Youth Court, we have Youth Academy, we have all these other things at our departments, and we'd love to get that information out, as much as we can, but it would make it easier if we got invited out more as well, too. So that could be something to explore.
They want to go out, too. You hear that?
We got a bowling for unity.
Bowling for unity. We'll take you out there. Okay, so to push things along, what are some common questions or complaints you guys hear? Who wants to answer that first?
They both got back. I guess that's my cue. I guess that's my cue to sit forward. So, Ramapo, I think every department, we get a lot of vehicle and traffic complaints. People report traffic congestion, someone driving, erratically. Those are very common. And we act on those, and it's not always tickets. It's sometimes just educating the public. We go out. I know we get complaints about commercial vehicles driving through residential areas, so we've made a big push lately for putting up. We put up the message boards out on the roads to let people know ahead of time that we're going to be out here soon. So just reroute or slow it down. And then the other thing that we get a lot of is. We have a lot of pedestrians in the town of Ramapo, and so our town has made a very big push to look out for the safety of the pedestrians. So the town, actually the supervisor's office, gives out reflective sashes, and we encourage the pedestrians to come to the supervisor's office to pick those up. So they're available. So for free, right? Right. Yeah. Right.
Buying them at the store.
All the reflective too.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Spring Valley too?
Yes.
So Spring Valley, Clarkstown
Yes.
too? Oh, okay. 3 places, you guys.
If you're a pedestrian, if you know any pedestrians, absolutely.
If you know any pedestrians.
I'm gonna start walking.
That's interesting. What else did you want to add to it?
Yeah, I wanted to add a few things.
Go ahead.
My brain is going, right? So I'm
Go
not sure
ahead.
it's questions. As far as programs, I want to go back to that.
Oh, okay, go ahead, because that was actually going to be our next question was, what initiatives do you have planned for the summer?
Great.
Go right
See,
on
I was somehow
in. We're connected,
telepathically. The YPI program Spring Valley has. Yes, that is. It's become a cornerstone in our department. It's where we're engaging the youth. It's been going on for some time now, for some years. For the last 6 years, I've been a part of. Always have to shout out Ronnie Charles for making this program flow
Yes,
for as
shout out to
long as it's
Ronnie.
been flowing. And here I am with them today, continuing that. But that program, I gotta say, without saying everything that we're gonna do this summer, we went to the Nets game, playoff game. We did a Sing Sing trip, and these are all these things. Going up to Binghamton. I'm sorry, we're going up to Binghamton. I'm getting excited.
I think he's in charge.
I could chaperone for that Nets game.
100%.
I heard you guys have a camping trip. I'm not going to lie. I'm a hiker, so.
That's my favorite trip
See?
out of all
That's
the
the
programs and trips that we do.
Same.
And again, the program's directed towards the youth. The DA's office is also heavily involved in the program. When you speak of chaperones, you made me think of them. See, they're always coming through and chaperoning and engaging. But I say that to say camping is one of our
Most popular.
it's one of the popular programs here, and we get a lot of kids that come out,
I gotta
spend
get
the
a
week out in
Giants
the
game
woods.
going.
Yeah,
So how does someone reach out to join for YPI?
that's a great question.
Oh, thank you.
You can just feel free to come down to the department. Just about every officer in our department, from the chief on down, know about the program. They'll hand you an application. They'll give my contact out. They'll give Sergeant Charles' contact out, and we'll definitely get you in. And they'll collect the information and email. That happens all the time as well.
See, that's that old school. You got to get out of the house, get in the car,
Get out.
Yes.
drive.
But we
bring
want
a
to see.
pen.
We want to see who we're trying to sign up, right?
And you actually got to fill out an application, not
Yes.
type it up on
Yes.
PDF.
But if
Okay.
you want to see more, there's a page. There's a Instagram page, Spring Valley YPI.
Oh,
It
we
shows
have
you a
the
lot of the
digital side, okay.
a lot of the events that we've done in the past, and you get a chance to see for yourselves what's going on.
Spring Valley YPI.
Spring Valley YPI.
Whole
We're
thing
engaging.
spelled out. Whole thing spelled out.
If you type it in the search button, it'll come up.
All right. What about Ramapo Police? What are summer initiatives that you guys have planned?
Some of the initiatives that we have are a lot to do with, once again, Clover Stadium. So we have all the Boulder games in the summertime. So we're sure to be out and doing meet and greets. And it's not official recruitment time. When I say recruitment time, I mean we try to get out there and get people registered to take the next police officer exam, which I believe is in 2025. So it's not officially recruitment time yet, but we like to just get out and let people know about it, because we've started to learn that I've actually read a couple articles about how high school is almost too late to catch students into what career they want to go into. So we try to, we actually get into the schools earlier than that. So, I mean, our department has officers in the Adopt a Cop program in the 3rd grade. We go in and visit them, and then we have DARE in the 5th grade, and then we have our school resource officers in the high school. So in the summertime, we do like to talk to people and get the youth involved. So we have Boulders Day at the stadium where the schools locally have field trips to the games. We do a senior citizens event in the summertime. We do, once again, a couple coffee with the cops as well. We could always check where they're going to be. We change the locations once a month. We usually, once every other month, we try to do them. And we have a couple just smaller events of that sort, like where like our SROs get involved, and they come. We do like tours through our police station. During the school year, we visit a lot of the schools, but in the summertime, we get called to come to camps. So we'll go to the camps and we'll just do safety lessons at the camps, whether or not it's school bus safety or pedestrian safety, bicycle safety, wearing your seatbelt. So we are very busy in the summertime, but it doesn't slow down for us. But we're still out there.
I see. Well, now Clarkstown Police, you gotta tell us your some initiatives.
Yeah, so one of our main things, like we do recruitment as well, but like you said, it's not really like the recruitment season. But we have an officer that is assigned to like the community relations as far as the camps go. So they have that connection to all the camps. So we go in, we do a lot of demos. Again, the safety. We have the K9 guys go out. We talk about bike safety. We have the drone unit go out and do some demonstration with the kids and let them see all the different type of things we do and how we use them in our daily patrol. And that's like a big thing for us. We also do coffee with a cop. In my case, it would be tea, but it's all right. But yeah. We also do a lot of the cultural religious security, so a lot of like the synagogues, the churches and stuff like that. We're always popping in, showing some presence on like, hey, we're here if you guys need us. In the climate we're in today, unfortunately, there's a lot of threats against them, so that's a huge thing for us as well too. So
for both Spring Valley, for Ramapo and Clarkstown, are we following Spring Valley Initiative and making everyone get in their car, drive? They gotta come to the police station to get information, or they could go on the website.
Oh, of course. We got a Facebook page. We have an Instagram page.
Well, Clarkstown is upgraded. It's Spring Valley and Clarkstown.
Oh, my goodness.
We have an Instagram page.
I'm in the middle of this.
All right, so let's get personal. We're going to make this fun. We're going to make this quickly. You ready to get personal, Ashton?
Let's do it.
All right, so first personal question that we have. We'll start with Officer Duvall, because you're in that corner, so we got to move this way. So first, where did you grow up?
Let's talk about
I grew up in Nanuet at the border of Spring Valley. So I went to Spring Valley High School, Chestnut Ridge, El Dorado. I'm like a product of the East Ramapo School District. So I grew up over here, since the age of 7? I was born in Nyack, so yeah.
Okay, so he's a Rocklander.
I'm a Rocklander.
Leave that out.
I wasn't going to leave that out. I'm a Nyack boy.
All right, Officer Jules, where did you grow up?
So I didn't grow up around here. I actually lived out on Long Island, and then my family moved to Orlando, Florida. And then I came back and went to Suffern High School. So I'm a Suffern High School graduate. And then after that, back to Florida in Miami. So I've been a little bit of everywhere and then wound up back in Suffern again.
Yeah, came right back
Yeah,
here.
full circle.
Now, Officer Riobi,
Yes, ma'am.
where did you grow up?
Officer Riobi was. I'm a Nyack resident. I was born in Nyack, raised in Nyack, and went through the Nyack School District.
So we got Nanuet, then we got a
Phil's Nyack. I don't know why he said Nanuet.
Listen.
My mother babysat him.
All right, so now I got to start with you. So with your mom babysitting Phil, Officer Phil's as a child, what journey led you to joining law enforcement? And be honest. No
Absolutely. My journey through law enforcement, prior to becoming a police officer, I was in the Air Force. Prior to that, this is exactly what got me here. I was at the University of Albany, and I took a class called, why'd I do that to myself? I took a law enforcement class. Yeah, I took a law enforcement class. It'll come to me tomorrow. Yeah. And I remember signing up for the class, few friends of mine, few female friends of mine were just, you have to take this class. You have to take this class. And I was just like, what is the big deal about the class? So I signed up for it, went in, and, the Black Student Union was in the class. And I'm like, oh, this class is popping. Everybody's here, you know what I'm saying? Unbeknownst to me, then they're like, the chief teaches the class, the chief. And I've never met the chief before, never seen the chief. So I'm waiting for a chief. I'm like, the chief of who? Like, yeah, University Police. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna meet the chief. Guy walks in, 3-piece suit, bald head, goatee, sort of the way I look now, right? Yeah. Sort of how I look now, bald head with a beard, yeah. Then he walks in. I'm like, is this the chief? So, very quiet. Walks in, and man, we still talk to this day. And he was the chief of police there. Taught the class, and he taught it from a perspective I've never seen someone that you hear about police officers just like, and you think you're gonna get that. But he was so down to earth, so realistic as to what was going on in the world of policing. He told us exactly the do's and the don'ts. And when you're getting it from somebody that's in law enforcement, you're kind of getting the real deal. So years have passed. We stayed in touch, and I remember, he told me exactly what to do, and I did it. Took me a while, but I did it. He says, you need to go down to Washington, D.C. You would be such a good police officer there. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to D.C. Definitely not. And I remember I shared it with a friend of mine who was also there. And guess what he did? He went down to D.C. And he's like, Dre, you need to come down here. I'm like, I'm not coming down there. And he was just like, after I ended up going into the Air Force, you need to come down here. And it never stopped until I went. And it was probably one of the best decisions I've made. I got the information from somebody I consider a mentor, legit mentor. Till this day, I still call him, picks up the phone, text, check in. And so did my friend. He's now a homicide detective down there. And I went to D.C. I spent 5 years in Washington, D.C. as a police officer. Wow. Some of the best training I've ever gotten outside of the military. And I made my way back home, and here I am.
And now that's your journey.
Yeah, that's my path.
Your story, and you're sticking to it.
For sure.
All right, Officer Jules, is your journey just as miraculous?
No, my journey is the complete opposite of that. So I did not want to be a police officer. I come from a family. I come from a family of police officers. So my grandfather, actually, I'm named after him. So Jules was his first name, Julian. And then my uncle was a lieutenant in the department that I work in now in Ramapo, and my father is retired as well. So one day my uncle was trying to convince my brother to take the exam, and I was just, I'm on my mission in life to find my next, job or career. And I said, why aren't you doing this? My brother had no interest in it whatsoever. And then my uncle turned to me and said, well, why aren't you doing it? And I said, I'm scared of the dark. I don't know. I can't do this. And he said, just take the test. And then it snowballed from there. I took the written exam, and in Rockland, it's only given every 4 years, and I got my score back, and I did well. And then they said, all right, we'll go for the physical exam. And then I did that, and I passed, and then it just kind of, the momentum built, and I got into it. And otherwise, I would have probably I wanted to be a veterinarian, so it was a completely different career path than I intended on. But
do you work with the canine dog?
I don't know, and I actually... It's so funny because now I think back to veterinary school, and I don't know if I would have made that. It's so difficult, and going to that many years of schooling. So I'm where I'm supposed to be right now.
Amen.
So yeah, it happened for a reason.
Aww. Awesome. And now Phil.
So nobody came for the check.
No.
Well, that's we can't complain, but.
Officer Duval.
All right. Well, for me, I mainly became a police officer because I was curious about it. You know what I mean? It was around the time where police officers had a bad rap. People were always talking about police this, they're not doing so good, whatever the case is. So my thing was I wanted to join it so I could learn the job, actually do it the way people want it to be done. You know what I'm saying? Be the change that you actually want to see. That was my whole reason about being, a police officer. And before I became a police officer, like you said, you're taking tests. I took every test known to man. I landed in Rikers my first 2 years, okay? So as you guys know, I'm not even gonna go down that route, but it was a time. It was a time down there. So real quick, so down at Rikers, the way it's set up is, I worked in the dorms, 60 inmates to myself, one partner who's outside the gate. So in situations like that, I don't have none of this on me. I don't got any of these tools. You know, most I'll have is like spray on me. So I have to talk to people. So back to, I guess, what do we do to, you know, outreach to community? One of the things we use is the BERT team, the behavioral health response team. You know what I'm saying? So mental health is a real issue. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the situations, it'd be helpful to have clinicians that the behavioral health response team that, you know, are licensed to come out and make decisions whether or not, okay, this person needs some help, they need to go to the hospital, X, Y, and Z. You know, so being in the jail setting, I'm forced to communicate with people. You know what I'm saying? I'm forced to, you know, try and de-escalate things without it getting out of hand, you know. And I feel like that was some of the best training I've had to transition me into becoming a cop. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I really did it, just to be a part of the community, do the job the right way, and represent everyone the way, you know, supposed to do it.
Oh, that's amazing. So we have a bald man taught him. We got family got him, and Rikers Island got him. So this is a journey. All right, so we're gonna speed it through because our cameraman is gonna start telling us to. So one person answers this question: what is the craziest thing you've ever seen as a cop? Who has the craziest story to tell us?
I'm calling on Spring Valley on this
Ooh,
one.
Spring Valley
definitely
Police.
has the craziest.
What's the craziest thing you've seen, especially for our Spring Valley viewers? They want to know.
In Spring Valley?
Yeah, as a cop.
Well,
or as a cop. Okay, as a cop.
You know, police elsewhere.
Yeah.
Wow, you sure you don't want this, Phil?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
All right, you know
Clarkstown
what?
might have,
Clarkstown
Clarkstown might have
got-
something shocking.
Wow. Clarkstown got craziest
Clarkstown
stories
got
to
something
tell.
shocking.
You know, we have,
Shit.
well, some things that I've seen. I've seen a couple of things, like, for instance, like when I first got here, I guess drug overdoses were a thing. To me, that was brand new. I was like, drug overdose, someone's overdosing. You know what I'm saying? Having to go use Narcan, you know, revive people. That was like different. I've never had to deal with anything like that. And again, just to backtrack a little bit, right, with the drug thing, like at Clarkstown, obviously we still have, you guys still have the DARE program?
Yes.
You guys have the DARE program?
Yeah, 5th grade.
So we still have it, still well received in schools. We also are a part of ACADA. It's called Our Community Against Drug Abuse, and that's based out of Nyack High School. So it's like it's basically a student outreach service to help prevent, like, I guess, drug abuse within the young kids, and, you know, raise awareness to it. So that was one thing that I saw was crazy, and I saw my first suicide attempt here. You know, so yeah, that was very nerve-wracking, you know, and again, you know, going to a scene like that, your training just kicks in, you know, and the state the individual was in was grave, so we was able to actually revive him and bring him back to life, so, yeah.
Okay, well, I guess Clarkstown does got you guys beat. Fine.
Let me tell you about this homicide. Which I'm not going to.
All right, last two questions.
Wait.
Oh,
Big Brother Dre, come on, give us something.
Clarkstown wants this is a battle.
No, not a battle. No.
That's my.
I don't want to be here for that one.
Never,
All right,
never,
give
never.
us a story.
I mean, with me, I can say, you know, I've seen a lot in homicides where folks have died and all that. But what always hits home, what always makes me like, you know, the blood pressure rise, my heart race, is anything involving children. And you guys might have heard, you know, we had a death of a child in a vehicle just last week. So these,
I didn't hear about that one.
yeah, right in Spring Valley, on Ridge Avenue. So when these things happen, you know, it puts a damper on the officers handling it, and you feel it. You feel the energy when you walk into the department. So it's not just the folks in the community that are feeling it. You know, anybody that can relate to kids, have kids, all that. It hurts and affects us. It hurts and it affects us in that way, for sure. For sure. So I wouldn't say it's crazy, but it's very, it's hard to deal with. It's hard to accept when it comes down to kids being hurt because, you know, things like that you feel can be avoided and should be, but unfortunately they happen.
Well, that's a good segue to my next question. Like, what keeps you guys going into work every day, knowing to see these traumatic things and experience them? Because I know I wasn't built to be a cop. I'm built to be cute, so it's not working. So what keeps you guys going?
I can honestly say most officers I speak to that are not disgruntled, even the disgruntled ones, one thing that we all have in common is whether we actually enjoy helping people. And you can speak to somebody that's been on the job for however many years, and they still have that same energy. They still have that same drive to either want to help, want to solve a problem, want to stop a crime, want to solve a crime, depending on what type of policing they're doing. Even in my case, still assigned to patrol, but I mean, I'm community driven. On my own time, on police time, doesn't turn off. And I think that gives us purpose. And in having purpose, I get up, see my family, I love them, and I love coming to work. I love what I do. And that keeps me coming back.
What about you, Officer?
Yeah, I'm gonna mirror that a little bit and say the same. I mean, it's very cliche, but it is. Most law enforcement officers, if they got into the right, because this isn't just a job. I had jobs before I did this, and you get up one day and you just say, I don't want to do this anymore. This isn't that, and it's a way of life. It is a career. It mentally and physically, it's exhausting at times, but it's also a family. We do rely on each other, and you're spending day to day together. I have brothers. I always joke around that I have 100 brothers in my department. So, and now 14 sisters. But yeah. It is. It's that's what gets you. That's what keeps you going. And we have a very, for the most part, it's an upbeat place to be. Unfortunately, there are moments like that where it comes into the station and it brings everyone down. But we really enjoy helping people. It's just why we chose to do this. And you get to see the good sometimes. It doesn't always get talked about as much, but we get to see somebody having a baby, and we get to get called to be part of a celebration. And I'm also in the community policing unit in Ramapo.
Your friends are going by.
I know, the irony there. My chief actually had brought the community policing office unit back. That was one of his first initiatives, and I get to go to more of the fun events. So nice. I always joke around that I waited 15 years, but now I get to go to the carnivals, and I get to go to the schools, and I get to to do all the happy stuff now. So that's what gets me going every day. And the paycheck is definitely nice.
Oh, it's nice.
That's why
I'm not gonna lie. We all work to get paid. I mean, our town pays us well, so we earn it. We earn it. We put in hard work and hard hours.
Yes, you guys do. All right, Phil, I'm gonna ask you a different question because this is gonna be a last question. Close this all out. Haha. Officer Phil, what would you tell your younger you?
Oh, I'd tell myself never to change, man. Just keep at it. If you have a goal or something you want to do, just work hard towards it. Nothing could stop you from doing anything. And that goes for everyone out there. You know what I'm saying? You have a goal, set your mind to it, break it down, what you need to do your study, do whatever you got to do to get it done. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it.
Amen. Officer Jules, what would you tell your younger you?
Like I said earlier, I would go back and tell my younger self to think independently. Don't just listen to what somebody tells you to think and believe that because you were told it. Be open-minded and form your own opinions, and don't worry about what other people think of you. It won't matter. It won't matter. And
all right, Officer Ryobi, close us out. What would you tell the younger you?
Same question, for sure. My younger me, I tell myself, the younger me, a lot of the things I tell the kids now, be responsible, love harder, don't worry about what other people think. Go for it, roll the dice, dream big.
You got a lot of ad-libs, just quotes.
That's what I tell myself.
don't shave your beard.
Definitely don't shave the beard.
Wow, that was amazing. Ashton, what do you think? This was a good conversation.
Pressure.
Well, that was a good way for us to finally have the conversation on building the gap, bridging the gap, and building more trust in the community. So, we want to thank you guys for coming on. Right now, we're going to get into our current events as to what's going to be happening in the community of Rockland County. So, of course, number one, we have to remind everyone, school votes. School budget vote. What is the date, Ashton? You know
school
it.
School vote
like
is
the back of your hands.
Tomorrow. So
Tell them
the
why.
entire county is out here tomorrow voting for the schools. So whether you're in East Ramapo, Suffern, Nanuet, Pearl River, Orangetown, wherever you are, come out to vote. It starts at 6 o'clock.
We have a video. We have
Got
a video. It's from the superintendent. We'll wait for our AV team to give us the cue. It's from the superintendent of the East Ramapo Central School District. This is a video that he posted on his social media.
Let's do it.
All right.
Anthony Simon here from the Spring Valley NAACP Young Adult Committee. I am a co-chair of the Sub-Civic Engagement Committee. Please come out to support us on June 24th at 2 p.m. for our Ballin' for Unity basketball event right here at our Memorial Park. As you guys know, we are putting together an event to promote the unity of our community. All funds raised in this event will go towards the newly developed Neighborhood Heroes Scholarship. Come out and ball with us in support of the community. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have a great time. Come, let's hoop. Bring your best group. Let's get it. If you are interested in participating, please click the link in our bio for more information.
Okay, so that wasn't the school vote video. That was a Balling for Unity video. But yeah, that one too. That event is coming up. You know that one, Ashton.
So
Tell us a
yeah,
little bit about
we got
that.
a little event called Ballin' for Unity, and it definitely is not little. So what we've been seeing on social media is that your police departments have been, going at it. All right, we want shots.
It's gonna be a
You
real
guys
game.
are dunking. We
As
want to
long
dunk
as I can bring
too.
up our recruit from the police academy, she made that shot.
Ooh, a she.
Did you guys see the
She
video?
got that
of
three-pointer.
Brandon Guest. You saw that?
No, I didn't see
all
that
right,
one. I
Clarkstown.
gotta
Excuse
see.
me. We got ballers on our side too.
I didn't see
Oh,
it.
Clarkstown.
All right, Clarkstown. Clarkstown's been out of it.
No,
I haven't seen Clarkstown
I
or
haven't seen
Orangetown.
Clarkstown
I'm just
play
saying.
yet.
I don't think you guys seen Spring Valley's lineup, man. It's like
I might have to
6'5"
facilitate
plus.
something.
That
Shortest
sounds-
guy.
I might have to
Balling for
facilitate.
So
Unity.
this Ballin' for Unity event, y'all
Ooh, it's
definitely
gonna be
have to
hot.
come check it out, because apparently we're gonna have some officers that y'all can dunk
6
on.
feet and high. And then Clarkstown is coming. They got bowlers too. So. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So next event, Haitian Flag Day. So that's coming up this weekend. So Mr. Officer Ryobi is actually one of the marshals for the parade. Round of
Okay.
applause.
Let's do that.
So him and I were honored at, you remember I told you, we went to a gala for the Haitian Flag Day. I've been honored as ambassador, and this one is going to be a marshal. We're both going to be on the float together for the Haitian Flag Day parade.
For sure.
Yeah, so
That's
we have
awesome.
the video.
Congratulations.
Yeah, another round of applause.
Absolutely. I'm looking
We do
forward
have
to
a
it.
video. Disclaimer. It is in Creole, not in English. So shout out to all my Haitians.
Still a vibe.
Still a vibe.
21 mai 2023, Haitian Culture Heritage Preservation a présenté nous Rockland County, New York Haitian Flag Day Celebration. Ça veut dire jour 21 mai, nous allons fêter pour nous en gros genre. 3h pour 4h, toute bagarre est prêt. À 4h, parade la près la rue. Ou même qui c'est haïtien, vite comme bon la rue pour venir supporter l'initiative là, pour venir fêter drapeau. Ne crois pas ça, à bien rara, bicyclette. 21 mai 2023, Haitian Culture Heritage Preservation a présenté nous Rockland County, New York Haitian Flag Day Celebration. Ça veut dire jour 21 mai, nous allons fêter pour nous en gros genre. 3h pour 4h, toute bagarre est prêt. À 4h, parade la près la rue. Ou même qui c'est haïtien, vite comme bon la rue pour venir supporter l'initiative là. Pour venir fêter ne crois pas ça, à bien rara, bicyclette, chat, jambes de bois, etc. En essayant, parade la fête sous thème Parade of Unity. A bien pile l'activité de parade là. N'a sorti dans Village Hall pour dans le Memorial Park. C'est là que nous avons pile activité. On pile artiste pour performer, show de danse. Et pour clôturer la soirée en beauté, n'a bien le groupe Kai. Fois ça, c'est avec Maestro Richard qu'on fait que nous allons fêter des drapeaux nous. Spring Valley, fin fêter des drapeaux, fin fêter des drapeaux, fin fêter des drapeaux. En essayant encore, Haitian Culture Heritage Preservation dit tout haïtien nous allons saluer de vous. 21 mai, pour nous fin fêter des drapeaux nous ensemble. Parce que drapeau c'est fierté.
All right. I know that took a little bit to come up, but we got it. That is Haitian Flag Day, this Sunday. Let's just jump back real quick on the budget vote. It's tomorrow.
Yeah, so the budget vote is tomorrow. Please, if you are registered to vote, show up to your school district, find out, go online to your school district, figure out where it is you have to vote. Anywhere from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Yeah. And make sure you go vote, even if you don't have a kid in the school district.
Definitely.
Because these kids need something. Like, it's not fair. Cheerleading. I was a cheerleader. All right. So moving along, of course, we have to talk about the Christmas tree shop that is closing in Nanuet in June. The Christmas tree shop is gone.
Yeah.
I love that
Can't have any
shop.
more snacks.
Everybody is taking over that whole shopping center. We don't want that shop to go. But okay, it's gone. But June, what is it? Do you know the exact date? June what?
Ooh, they just said the beginning of June.
Beginning of June. So run out, get what you have to get the closing sales. I'm definitely going to be there because I know a lot of things are going to be on sale, especially the potted plants. I got a green thumb. All right, next things. The New York Boulders and the NAACP, that's us, we are partnering with the New York Boulders to present Negro League Tribute Night. That will be a night tributed to the Negro Leagues. We have a night of fun, entertainment, and, of course, education. We will be teaching. They will be having some Negro League players are actually going to come and throw some pitch. And then they actually found the old uniforms of the Negro League players, so they're going to have that out. Yeah, it's going to be a really fun night. And they're going to have buses that are going to transport the kids from Spring Valley High School and Ramapo High School to bring them to the stadium, as we know transportation is a problem. I'm on the committee, as you can tell.
I'm sitting here finding out
I
information
know
like,
more
ooh.
information. Yeah, I'm on the committee. But yeah, so we actually have a lot of things that are planned. I'm very, very excited. This is going to be a way for inclusion.
Absolutely.
Inclusivity, right? All right, move it along. You guys, your turn to tell us your events. So starting with Spring Valley Police, we know YPI has summer programs. What other programs you guys have, and where can people go to sign up? And I know on foot in the office.
Well, there is the on foot. Spring Valley has a website. The PBA, Annie Jerome, Officer Jerome, has been doing an amazing job keeping the PBA social media page updated and informed. So that's another page, if the community's listening, that they should definitely try and get on. That Spring Valley PBA. You'll see just about everything that's happening through that. Now I can tell you that they folks that do the car seats probably have a program. Spring Valley, I want to say Ramapo, the Sheriff's Department, National Night Out. The last few years we've been doing it, and if I can encourage just about everyone in the community to come out to that, it doesn't get any more interactive with police and the community than that. And it's great. Got a lot of vendors, a lot of free stuff. You know, you get to interact with your local police officers and have entertainment, food, etc. on a beautiful Sunday evening. So that's, summer evenings, usually a Tuesday, right? Definitely not a Sunday, but it's a known thing. Look it up, National Night Out. That's definitely going to happen. I spoke about camp and all the other stuff that we have going on. So just keep an ear out, keep your eyes open.
Nice.
You'll hear about us.
Yeah,
For
National
sure.
Night Out is a good one. Thank you for reminding me. I gotta
Absolutely.
put that up
Yeah,
on
they have
there.
that all over the
That's-
county.
Yeah, that's with Bassy from Polaris Health Group. They normally do it every year. I think this is their 5th or 4th annual.
Yeah, this is their 5th annual.
5th annual, yeah, and it's at Clover Stadium, and that is, you're right, Officer Rio, be a way to really meet your law enforcement, because there's a lot of police members in the county I did not know even existed outside of just the police department. The things that exist, I'm like, wait, why do we need this? That's pretty cool. But yeah, National Night Out, definitely. Now, Ramapo Police, Officer Jules, what do we have?
So National Night Out is, I believe, August 6th at Clover Stadium. We have, I mentioned before, at the stadium as well, we have a senior citizen event, and we'd have to double check on our social media pages what days those are, but we welcome the senior citizens to come out and watch a game. And then we have the schools come out as well from East Ramapo, and actually we get districts from Orange County as well that come down. So that's another big day, actually 2 days. And we also have Next Gen. We have the back to school backpack giveaway. That's, I believe,
Yes.
August 26th
August 26th.
at the stadium as well. And yeah, we moved it. Well, Q moved it to a bigger and better location. So that's at the end of the summer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, I forgot about that. My event, back to school Next Gen. Yes. I guess because kids are still in school, they don't want to hear about
I
coming
know.
back
Can you
to school,
believe
so
we're
I try
talking
not to
about
talk
backpack
it.
giveaways already?
They're like, dang.
We
I
just
didn't
got
even
out.
I didn't even get out. Come on. All right, Clarkstown Police Officer Duvall.
Yeah, so we really have a lot of we have the youth academy going on right now. So I encourage, like, any youth or any young teen or anyone who's has any type of interest in law enforcement. We have the youth academy. We have youth court, so they can see what the judicial system's like. We also have a lot of internships going on as well too. So we do a lot of that through the recruitment as well. So again, I just encourage everyone to come check out the website. We do have those available to us. We have a couple things coming up, but I don't want to speak too much on them because I'm not too sure on
on
too
the
many
committee
details.
yet?
Yeah, I'm not
Okay,
trying to
okay.
watch anything, but I do encourage everybody to come check out the website.
Nice.
We did last year, actually, our departments with the NAACP. We did a kickball game, and then we also did the football game,
Yes.
which Ramapo, we had a couple guys go down in that game.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little
for a
afraid.
while.
I'm afraid
That's
for
the
Ball
fall.
for Unity
I
because
know,
of that.
I know.
I'm like, you guys been out for a minute. I think some of you guys are still out from Thanksgiving Bowl.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not sure. We might still be out from that. Yeah, it was a rough game for us.
Yeah. Okay. So we do have one last announcement. It is Ashton's birthday next week. He did
Oh,
not
y'all
know
snitching.
I had his birthday's May 25th.
Happy birthday.
Let's all just join and sing happy birthday on the count of three.
crazy.
1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ashton. Happy birthday to you. Yay! You did not know there is a birthday slide up for you. So when you watch the video back, your picture and everything says happy birthday. Surprise, happy birthday, co-host.
Blessings.
And that is basically it for our show today. We spoke about building trust in the community, just to recap the show. We talked about what it means, how to bridge the gap, and we got personal with law enforcement today. Also, we got to thank our guest, Officer Ryobi from Spring Valley. Round of applause.
Thank you.
Officer Jules from Ramapo Police.
Thank you for inviting me.
And Officer Duvall from Clarkstown Police. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you to our team, our AV team. They were sweating today. We had a lot of technical difficulty, but thank you. We made it through the end of the show, and they are amazing, and we thank you for their time. We have Audra, Woody, Joseph, Matt. Our team is growing.
We got a team.
We're getting a team.
big.
Oh, shoot. Okay, so excited. All right, lastly, thank our viewers. Don't forget, subscribe to us. Subscribe on our YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, SVNAACP. We keep you guys updated. Also, I got to put in Next Gen. You got to follow Next Gen. We all keep you guys updated on everything that is going on in the county, as well as things that are going on in the school system, in the human rights system, and so on.
We did forget one.
Talk to
The
me.
African American Parade.
Oh my God, I did forget about the African American. I'm on that committee.
We on the
too.
committee.
We on the committee. The African American Day Parade. It is June 3rd in Nyack. We will
yes.
start, I believe, on Broadway, and then we end up at the Memorial Park in Nyack, where they will be followed by performances and so on. A lot of parades. The summertime is really here. Parades, festival, here we go. All right, Rockland. Right? Let's go outside this year, Rockland. Actually attend the events. How about we do that? Let's get some attendance.
Show out.
Like,
show out. Support.
Yes, please. All right. All right. That is all, you guys. Till later. Bye.